Singer-Songwriter Marcus Eaton tells us how he's hanging in with this whole COVID-19 thing and where he was, of all places, when it all began. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Marcus Eaton was our special guest last week on our Friday Night Live. Tomorrow night we'll have Liberty DeVito, famous Billy Joel drummer. Marcus's brand new album is called Invisible Lines. On the 22nd, we'll be doing a premiere of the album on our sister channel, Rock History Book, where Marcus will talk about every single last track. But on this clip, we'll talk about why he had to make that album and where he was when this COVID-19 thing all got started. Well, speaking of that, how has this affected you day to day? Because, see, people are coming up to me and we do these Friday night things, my wife and I, like we were talking, and no one is talking about COVID-19. And I'm going, I thought everyone would reach out. Oh, I go into a supermarket. When I leave, I feel like I have a cough because it's psychosomatic, right? And so we're talking to people, but everyone wants to talk about rock and roll. I'm going, but how's it affected you? How's it affected?
Well, it's been really interesting because, of course, like 2020, it was like I have an album coming out. I mean, I've got plans, and I just found a really amazing new manager. And so I'm just like really on point, I've been looking for a great manager for a really long time, by the way. So it's just been kind of an exciting thing, to happen. And so I was in Italy right before this. And I was there for my birthday, which was on February 24th. And I went big on my birthday this year because I just had the opportunity to get a bunch of friends together in one place. And I was like, we're going to do this. So flew over there on the 22nd of February. And in conjunction with this, my brother had a film screening in Turin, for the Crosby doc. So we were both going representing the film, me as the composer, him as the director. And that was supposed to be on the 28th, and then they switched the date, but it was that week. It was the same week as my birthday. So we start kind of getting weird little like, hey, there's something going on up north, and some people canceled on my birthday. They were supposed to come down, like some good friends. They said, hey, we can't make it out of here because of this COVID thing, and I'm like, what? I'm seeing people wear masks, and I'm like, dude, is this another form of paranoia or what? Because I'm not.
Everyone thought that. Everyone thought that in the beginning.
No, totally. And I'm not a germaphobe at all. Like I really don't worry about that because I wash my hands. I'm not worried, So anyways, I'm looking around and it's getting more and more intense. It's pretty soon they call us and they say, hey, everything's canceled in Torino. Like it's over with. So that was canceled. And everyone's like, don't go up north. Don't go up north. Well, we were in Rome and Florence and anyway, we basically, the end of that story was that like we got out just in time. We came back on March 3rd and like a week later they shut everything down. But when we left, there was like maybe one case in Rome, and we really got to take advantage of the situation because everyone stopped going out like immediately, even before, they were warned because they heard people were dying. And we went to, the last day we were there was rainy, and I went to the Vatican because we needed to do something inside. And I went to the Sistine Chapel, and I sat in there for like an hour, which is no one ever gets that experience. So I feel actually really fortunate to have had that experience. But carrying that forward, got home on the 3rd, and I was like, oh my God, we're gonna shut down. Like this is gonna happen. So interestingly enough, with all these plans that I had, they've been kind of redirected. And what's really interesting is I've found a lot of really great success now doing these streaming concerts. And they've been amazing, actually, because people are at home, they're focused, they're all looking for things to do.
They're open.
And I can't help but just go, wow, this is amazing because like I told you, all the themes of my album fit this. Every single song fits this moment we're in, which I'm really happy about. So I'm just kind of, I'm trying to embrace it. I mean, financially, it's a little bit scary because, I'm self-employed. I don't have any savings, and I'm just kind of applying for, some assistance and looking for ways to do things. But these online concerts have been really successful. And so I'm just totally embracing that. One thing that's really cool is that there's a place that I play in Boise called the Riverside Hotel. they have a venue up there called the Sapphire Room, and it's one of my favorite places to play because they really treat the artists well. And the whole room was built around music. It wasn't a bar that has a stage in it. So they go in and they have this beautiful listening environment. And, usually I go up and the show sells out at like 200 people. And it's the perfect venue for me because people really listen. So they called me and said, hey, we're going to do a streaming concert series, and it's to raise money for our kitchen. What they've done is they've taken their hotel and they've allowed all of these homeless families to stay there during this, which is just like, that's awesome. That should be happening everywhere. And it's so cool. So my first show, we raised $2,000 for their kitchen to feed these families, which I'm just so, I'm so proud of that. It's awesome.
Is this, Mark, is this ongoing? Is this going to keep going?
It'll happen again, we'll do another one. My dad did one too, actually. So he did the first one and I did the second one.
As mentioned, on the 22nd, we'll feature a track-by-track feature with Marcus talking about every single last song. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. Keep buying those t-shirts. Links in the description of this video. We have t-shirts for Rock History Music, Rock History Book, and Rock History Canada for our Canadian viewers. I'm John Beaudin.